Hey guys, what is up? It's me, the Gaming Powerhouse, and we are here with the Cayo Perico Heist finale walkthrough. Now, the first thing I mentioned in the video here is that these disruption missions do make it easier, but only if you're planning on getting caught. The way I do this, you do it completely stealth. You don't have to kill anyone except for headshots, so none of those are really needed, and so I don't do them. I run this solo because I find that I get the most money out of it. I know there are ways to get more with more people, but it's just easier to do it this way. I'll be using all the things I collected during the setup, so the long fin approach vehicle going into the main dock, drainage tunnel for the compound entrance, escape for the main dock, though you'll see that's a little different, and then I would do nighttime because it is a chance that you have a smaller viewing radius depending on what the weather is. All of these hired support crews are unnecessary. Make sure you have suppressors and any outfit you want. I just went through a different one just because I thought it'd be fun. But yeah, so basically all the preps that you've seen in the playlist up to now are what you need to do what I'm doing right now, and it will be pretty straightforward. It isn't how everyone that I've seen does it. It is different from the norm, but I find this method to be the best. As you can hear, before you can see because of my low RAM, also quality of the video is low because of RAM, and the watermark is there because I don't have a good editing software. Anyways, out of the way, here you are, and it is raining, which means the visual radius of the guards is actually lower, which is why I do nighttime, because sometimes you'll get when it's raining and it'll be easier to sneak around. So our targets are the 3 weed at the airport. There wasn't any coke for me to grab that was close, so I went for weed instead. So you'll see here, I'm just taking the long fin towards the airport, which is away from the drainage tunnel, but it's not that big of a deal. The reason we do this first is so that we have a better exit when we leave the compound. You could do the drainage tunnel right away, do the compound, get a vehicle from there, and sneak your way to the secondaries. I do secondaries first because it makes the exit much, much faster, even with the time loss of having to go back to the airport here. So what I like to do is I like to park the boat somewhat close to the shore. I like to make it face, don't have it face the perpendicular to how I have it if you're going here, because it will coast out to sea. If you have it this way, it won't coast this far. You're gonna jump out, and then my route for at least where my weed is, I have 1 in the close and 2 in the actual hangar. So I go over here, and I shoot this guy before the camera, otherwise he'll hear the camera first. So you shoot him, shoot the camera out so the camera doesn't see the dead body. That's all you have to do there. You could do the lights, but it's unnecessary, it takes too much time. I just skip it because it's not required. And for this part here, what I like to do is I stand at this wall until the guy facing me right now turns around. Once he does, I click the jump button once to climb, I shoot the camera out, and then I wait till he stops moving and headshot him so he is also dead. Because otherwise he can hear you and see you through this wall sometimes. It's a glitch, but it does happen, so I take him out to be careful. Use the cutting torch we collected to open the door, and once you go up to the stack, you'll just start grabbing. I believe I have a post on the subreddit of this game about what the secondaries are worth. The coke is the best. 2 coke is a full bag. It's about 440 to 450,000. 3 weed is only just under that at 400,000. So it's not too bad. It's still pretty good. Once you collect what you need there, jump over this wall right here, and then you're going to have to kill the guy near the hangar because he does pace back and forth. I wait till he's not in front of the gas tank just in case I miss. I don't want to blow up and get caught. So I wait till he's back here, line up the headshot, and then head into here. Now, you'll see me jumping in here. You don't have to. I just do it because you can't full sprint, so jumping is technically faster. This is me, like, quote-unquote speedrunning it, but it's not required at all. I go for the lower one first because to get to the top one, you actually use the forklift, and it will be in the way of the door once you put the forklift there. So go for the lower door first if you need the lower door. I'll grab my second weed here. And a lot of people don't know how to get up to that top one. It is kind of funny, but it is also cool that they actually implemented the vehicle that's in this little building. So once you get that, if you want to go up top, you have to grab this forklift over here. And there's a box on the left side, as you can see. There's actually a couple boxes, but this is the closest one. You want to pick it up. It works just like you think a forklift would. It's honestly surprising that Rockstar made something that actually works in this game. Haha. But you pick it up, and then the best way to do it is just to drive the box fully raised towards the wall until it's basically touching it. You'll see it actually bumps a little bit here, and that's kind of where you want it. You want it right next to it. And you climb on the roof of the forklift, climb onto the box, and then climb where this blue little rag is, and then you get over, and then you do the same process as the other doors. And this will completely fill our bag. You don't get 3 full stacks of weed. I think weed is 35% of a bag per pile, so obviously 35 times 3 is a little over 100%. So as you'll see, I'm gripped most of it, but my bag fills just before I grab the whole stack. I think it's like literally one or two grabs beforehand. But as you'll see, that watermark is right in the way of the take, but that's just under 400k. It's like 398,000, so it's pretty good. Coke is obviously better, but not a big deal. So if that's all you need to get at the airport, head back to your boat. You can split up places, so like if you have like 1 Coke at airport and 1 Coke at main dock, you can come here, grab the Coke, get back in the boat, stop at main dock and do the same thing. I was lucky I had all of it in one spot. That's what I aim for usually. I try to get all the things I need to grab in one location, so I only need to stop one time. So once you do that, you get back in your boat and you go straight towards drainage tunnel. And as far as the hired support crews and all that stuff goes, they can help, but for the method I'm using, they really aren't required. It's just less money you get at the end. So this is the method I used for the most money in the least amount of time. It's like the nice combination of the two. And this is also a very easy elite if you don't get caught. This run is over 10 minutes, I believe, but with a really good, like if it's 2 Coke, it takes some time to grab the secondaries. I average below 10 minutes per run, and with doing it this way, you don't get caught either, so you get to keep that elite bonus. Because the 2 things that negate elite completely are quick restarting and getting caught. So if you don't do those 2 things, you fill your bag under 15 minutes, and you don't fail any hacks, you get an extra $100,000 on top of your take. So here I stopped the boat to dive. You can jump out while it's moving, but you don't dive right away. Also, if you're playing this on keyboard and mouse, if you hit G, you'll be able to equip rebreathers and you won't take damage from suffocating. Even if you're playing on a controller, you can just tap G on your keyboard while playing on controller. I do this part on keyboard and mouse as well. I have it set so my DPI is 1 full mouse pad movement is exact the distance between the bars. Some people do it so that you can do the whole thing without moving or lifting up your mouse. I don't prefer that, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a speed method. So once you get that open, you just want to swim through here. And it's pretty simple. I will give a fair warning here. I do the interior of the compound in first person. By no means do you have to. I do this because a lot of the stairs and movement stuff you will do faster in first person. So that's why I do it that way. You can do it in third, there's no difference. It's the same route, same process. It just might be a little slower as far as going up and down stairs. So once you're through this door, what you're going to want to do, since you're doing solo, you're not grabbing anything from the storages, you're going to want to turn around immediately. Have your AP pistol ready, or whatever gun you want to use, depending on your loadout. And just follow this route I take. You don't have to kill any of these guards. You can pass them all. You only want to kill the red radius ones, actually. So I like to stand right here and shoot this guy through the railing, just so he doesn't see me near the stairs. You take the right, you take a left. You kill this guy right next to the stairwell, and the guy above you will not hear you. I don't know why that is, but he doesn't. You can kill this guy by running up on him and meleeing him on the stairwell. I like to wait until he's here just to headshot him more safely. And he was lucky enough. The reason we don't kill anyone else is usually these 3 drop those gate keys we need, and that's a faster way to get into the actual main vault. Instead, if you don't get gate keys, what you'll do is you'll grab this secret safe and use the elevator to my right. I'm shooting at it right here. There's a 4 fingerprint hack. You get down there, you do the same thing. The reason I get the gate keys is because there's a secret, not secret, but like an alternate route to get down there by taking this little under area right here. You use the gate keys you pick up to open this door, and it's half the amount of fingerprint hacks on this door. That's why I do it. It takes less time to hack total. And yeah, as I was saying, the gate keys are usually dropped by one of those 3 middle guards. If you don't get them, just take the elevator. It's a little bit of time loss, not a big deal. You'll still be sub 15 by a long shot. And also, don't forget to get that secret safe up there, because that can be up to an extra 100k if you're lucky. So it's definitely worth grabbing if you want full take. Fingerprint hack's pretty simple. Just cycle it until you have it all match up. And once you're done, you'll have a little animation, the door will be open, and you can get to the main objective. Now, if you have bearer bonds, Pavel will text you a code right about now. This is not a safe runs is for the glass cabinet, so this will be using the plasma torch. I personally run the plasma torch on controller with right trigger, and the nice way to do it is to do, I messed this first one up, you don't want to have it overheat, but you want to do 3 full bursts and then a half burst. So you want to go basically from almost 0 to almost full 3 times, and then let it go about halfway and then do it again, and it should open it before it overheats for the 4th time. Once you grab it, you leave the way you came in. Don't take the elevator, there's no need. If you did it this way. If you came down the elevator, obviously take the elevator back. And what you want to do is you want to go to the main exit. So if you're where I was, you can follow my exact route. Just a little circle up there, up the stairs, around that guy's radius, and you leave. Very quick, very efficient, and not much to it. If you came from the main office, you could do the same thing, same stairwell I took. You just have to come from the right side where that main building is instead. The little animation plays of him not finding the button for 10 seconds. Now once you're out here, this is where getting secondaries first is very beneficial. Instead of having to take a vehicle, stealth your way to main dock, steal what's there, and leave on a boat, this method saves all the time that I save and why I get sub 10 minutes almost on average. What you do is you take this bike here, and you basically just jump off the cliff. You go to the very furthest point, the southwestern part of the island here, and all you really want to do is drive, jump off, and then jump off your vehicle right before you hit the water so you can start swimming immediately. You can turn it upside down to get a little distance. It's called gliding. It's a weird glitch. You don't need to though. It's just a little helpful if you want to get some extra distance before you hit the swim. G for rebreathers again, and then you swim towards the darker part of the map, and you just do that until it says you leave. And the reason that's nice is because it's so much faster than having to go to the main dock, kill some guards, and then also this has no chance of getting caught. Me showing what part of the map to swim towards. So yeah, that's how you keep stealth the entire time. That is the entire Cayo Perico Heist finale. I'll let the rest of this play, but that is basically all there is to it. As you'll see the time and the total, and that is about it. Obviously the different primary targets will give you different amounts. The safe codes, the only different is that you have to get safe codes as a prep, which I will post once I have the mission to do. But yeah, the ending will be different the first time because obviously you're giving the actual files to Madrazo, but this is how it ends, and that is it. I will let the rest of this play, but as far as my talking goes, that is all we have for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like if you liked it. Comment any ideas or feedback or things I should do next in GTA Online, or any game for that matter. And subscribe as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Gotta go.